That's where I'm going, Camp Creek State Park. Right there. I'm gonna be in the mountains and the hills of West Virginia off of Route 77, Camp Creek Road. It'll be quite an adventure. I'm headed down to South Carolina, and I'm gonna take 2 nights to get down there and camp. So my first night, I've driven 5 hours, and I'm driving to Camp Creek Road exit, and staying at Camp Creek National Park, State Park. And I ran into a site. It looks like it's be right by a rushing stream. We'll take a look, but instead of staying in a hotel and stuff, and just going to enjoy this. So stay tuned. I'll show you what it looks like. Hopefully there'll be a lot of pines. I think, I'm just thinking I'll be in a big wooded pines. I was at 3,000 feet elevation. In the last 5 miles, I've come down to just at 2,000 feet of elevation. The temperature dropped, well, actually went up since I dropped at 1,000 feet. It went up 6 degrees. It's now 73. That Blue Jay campground in West Virginia, and I'm protected by the wind. I had 50-mile-an-hour winds coming down, but I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you where I'm going to be camped in tonight and where my tent's going to be. Pretty sweet, actually. So here we go. There's a fresh fallen tree. Not windy here right now. But look at that. And there's people fishing for trout. There's my campsite. I'm gonna start getting set up. Trout fisherman's dream. Well, hey everybody, this is Matt from Rubicon Matt. Got my tent set up. I'm in West Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains at Camp Creek State Park. And it's got a rushing stream. There's people down the way fishing for trout. I might take a walk here in a little bit. Beautiful. Sitting at like mid-60s right now. I'm just gonna take it all in. Maybe sit around and have a snack, get ready for dinner, and take it all in. But I wanted to share this with you. I'm headed down to South Carolina to visit with my dad, and I decided to hit 2 campsites on the way down instead of hotels. But my wife wasn't able to go with me on this particular trip, so I figured I'd do this. This might be once in a lifetime thing, so I'm really enjoying it. Beautiful pines, huge pines, mountains all around me, so I'm protected by wind. So I'll take you along with me as much as I can, but I'm having a blast. Coming down there trying to catch a fish. He caught 2, he said he's gonna eat them. Guy said he caught one right in that there. 2 trout. He's gonna eat them right for dinner. Lucky dude. Man, I should have brought my fishing pole. But it's beautiful. I'm walking kind of as you come in. There's a campsite there across the way by itself, not by the creek. It's campsite number 12. So if you want to camp there, more like in the woods, you definitely can hear the stream. Then here's campsite number 2. They're in campsite number 1. These are all along the stream. So far, I haven't seen a bad one. I guess my pick would be, there's one kind of more desolate down here. I'll walk down here. Here's campsite number 3. Cool looking Jeep. Campsite number 4. Kind of close to campsite number 5 where I'm at, but since I didn't know the area, I didn't want to be like isolated. So if people were camping, I wanted to be around them just in case something happened. So mine's campsite number 5. And then really campsite number 6, kind of you get the most room. You actually have like a drive-in area, like a half circle that you can go in. And there's toilets. But campsite number 6 is pretty nice. Like I said, it's got a drive-in area, nice fire ring, big picnic, nice place for a couple tents actually, or a couple vehicles. I'm gonna keep going. Number 7's nice. Wow, I like this. Let's take a look at this one. Got some big rocks. Drive up in here. Got a nice fire pit. Look at that. That's beautiful. They all have a picnic table. Gorgeous. So this one would be the one I would pick because you're not close to anybody. There's like woods between the campsites. Sorry I'm going so fast. There's woods between the campsites. So there's a place you could have a tent over there. Tent over there. Fire ring. You even could have a tent here. But man, this one's a good one. I'll have to remember that. Campsite number 7. Close together. I don't know what number. That must be 8. And 9. But oh yeah. Look at 9. Oh, sweetness. 9, you kind of go back to your own little area. Oh, look at those mountains. Those trees. A lot of fallen trees. Look at the rocks. Got a nice fire pit here. This is campsite number 9. This is one I would get too. I think she said somebody booked it already, but oh, this is beautiful. Fisherman's Dream. The air's getting kind of cold coming down. We're in that valley, so I think the cold air is going to come down. Hopefully you can hear me with the stream behind me and all that. But anyways, one thing, you know, when you're cooking mountain house meals, you don't have normally have a measuring cup. Then you try to get, you know, what's 12 ounces of water. Like my guess, sometimes I over wet it. It's more like a soup than the meal. So what I did is I took one of my cups that I always have with me and marked 8 ounce and 12 ounce because I know I can figure out then what I'll need and get a more high quality meal. So just a little helpful hint for you overlanders. Basically just gonna be boiling water today. Whoop. There we go. So I'm gonna start off with some chicken fried rice. See how that goes. What's boiling? Hot. Stir it up. It's gonna be awesome. Kind of feel a sprinkle here and there. And hopefully that will stop. You do have cell service here if you have Verizon. I have Verizon and I do have cell service, even though when you book a campsite it says no cell service. But that's why, you know, I have 2 bars with Verizon, and that's important. Let's see what we can do tonight. West Virginia. I already cut my fat wood or got it feathered. So we'll see how many strikes it'll take. I know you guys love this part of the video. I know I'm joking because a lot of you guys give me a lot of tips to use something else, but I'm kind of stuck on this right now. So I'm going to say 3 again. Let's see. More than 3. Save this for the morning. I got a fire. Didn't take too long. It's not too much work. I enjoy it. Well, hey everybody, I'm going to hit the sack. It's a little bit after 10. It's 49 degrees. Just checked it on my thermometer on that power pack. And I'm dressing warm. I think I'm going to put a stocking cap on too, because it's supposed to get down to 42. And this is a summer tent, really. It's all netting. So we'll see how it goes. You might be wondering, like, why didn't I take my Gazelle T4 Overlander tent on this trip? Well, it's kind of like a trip to see my dad, and the weather's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, and was supposed to possibly rain tomorrow morning here, but it's not now, which is good news. But then if my Gazelle T4 Overlander tent got wet throughout the night and all that, then man, I'd have to pack it up wet, and I hate that. I'd hate that. But with this, I really don't love this tent this much, although it's working out great. But I can just tear it down and put it in a little plastic bin, and then wherever I get to next, I can throw it out and let it dry out. Can I dry out easier in that bin than, you know, put up in that T4 Overlander Gazelle tent carrying case. So that's the reason why I'm in the smaller tent. But I'm doing fine. Can you hear the stream rushing by? I wonder what kind of animals I'll hear tonight. But anyways, God bless, and I'll let you guys see what goes on in the morning. Take care. Well, good morning. 39 degrees. It's colder than I thought it was going to get, but I was prepared. And we'll take a look outside here in just a second. It's cold, but good morning. Well, let's take a look outside. It's a crisp morning. What a beautiful morning. It's cold though, but I was ready. Well, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now. It's a hearty meal, sausage, gravy, and biscuits. And actually, the biscuits stay crunchy. Amazing. Very good. The sun is out. Coming up over the hill, the mountain, Appalachian mountain that is. Gonna start warming up quickly now. Hopefully you can hear me beside the Russian screen here. But my encouragement today is from Romans 1 verse 16. It says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes." And that's what I want to encourage you. Things continue to go crazy around here in the United States, but you got to believe in the power of God in your life. Call on Jesus to be your Savior, and you'll get this Holy Spirit, the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead, is in us. We can stay strong in the Lord as this world unravels. But also, He loves us, He cares for us, and He blesses us with the fruits of the Spirit, which are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. So that's my great encouragement. Just grab onto Jesus. Do the things that God calls you to do and follow Him. So that's my encouragement. Now I'm going to head down to South Carolina I'm not sure what I'm going to do because the weather's supposed to be pretty bad down there. So I might just drive on to my father's house, my dad's house, and then as I'm driving, I'll decide what to do depending on the weather. That storm that hit Mississippi is kind of moving that way, and it's going to be hitting into South Carolina. So we'll see what happens. It's an adventure, but I'm glad I got this spot. I'm definitely going to try to hit this again on the way home. So God bless, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Well, unfortunately, on my way down to South Carolina, the storms were too bad for me to camp down there. Then, can you believe it, on the way back, they had these huge storms again coming from Ohio down into West Virginia, and there was winds up to 50 to 60 miles an hour, and raining. So when I got to this campsite on the way back, it was pouring down rain with 50-mile-an-hour winds. So unfortunately, I just kept cruising and went all the way home. But I look forward to coming back to Camp Creek for sure in West Virginia. This is the kind of places you can see when you go overlanding and camping instead of a hotel. Bye-bye.